So I met this guy recently. I was speaking to him, and he was just asking me like, "Bro, how do you make money? This and that. Like, how have you made money so far?" And I was just showing him like, "Look, bro, this is how I've made money." I was showing him the receipts, like the bank statements, this and that. And I heard something very like interesting from his mouth. He said, "Damn, bro, like." I can't believe you've actually made money without a degree. Like I don't know, like if you're still lying or whether it's possible. And that shocked me because I think the complete opposite. Like for me, it's like if you have a degree, you're more likely to be poor, like in my opinion. And I couldn't understand why these people have such limiting beliefs, man. So this is an example of small thinking where you do not believe that your future is completely in your hands. You are thinking that if I get a degree or if I do this or if I do that, that will make my future easier. But in reality, the best way to guarantee your future is to actually take your own responsibility. Whether I have a degree or don't, I'm going to make sure I'm going to do this goal that I have. If you think it's possible, it's possible. But if you don't think it's possible, if you can't believe only that something is not something is possible, how do you expect yourself to achieve it, right? So I always see there was a post on Instagram recently. I saw 600,000 millionaires created in USA in the last year, and the comments were all like, it was like, yeah, most of them are sons and daughters of existing millionaires. That was a very common one. Next one was, because of inflation, it's easy, like these people became millionaires. Firstly, like, that is just stupid. Inflation is not 1,000,000%, okay? It's a couple, like 25-30%. I think it's in USA. It's fucked, right? They're blaming it on inflation. Can you see the mindset of people? Where if you don't think it, like, do you expect those people commenting to make 1,000,000? If they don't believe it's possible, how can they even get close to it? So that's what I'm telling you right now. When it comes to small thinking, don't limit yourself on what you are thinking is possible. Like, I was talking to another guy as well. Asked him like, what's your income goal then for the next year or whatever. He said, I want to get to 15,000 rupees per month. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, your Kamwali buy makes more than 15,000 a month. Come on, G. Come on. Like, this is what I mean by small thinking. I'm not saying that if you're a beginner, you shouldn't aim, like, you should like start small and that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that while talking to this person, I could not imagine that he had bigger goals than that. He was just like, your current reality is so shit that you only think that 15,000 is possible. I met another friend of 2-3 days back. He was saying, bro, do this hustle, easily you can make, 5,000 rupees a client. I'm like, what? Like, 5,000 rupees a client? Like, what the fuck are you saying? I'm at the point where I do not believe that like lesser money is worth my time. I could be making money right now, but I've shut down all my operations of my like bullshit side hustles. I'm doing just YouTube, and I want big money now. I don't give a fuck about like 5,000 here and there. That's shit, bro. What is that? What will I get for 5,000? I've made on certain days I've made $1,000 in like in 1 or 2 weeks, okay? And it goes away, my friend. The money goes away. It's so less you don't even understand. Like, you buy one shoe, you go on this trip, done. Money's over. Like few investments, done. It's gone. What is a few lakhs is not a lot of money. A few K USD is not a lot of money. And I've been reading this a bit more right now. Guy making a couple Ks a month, above 10K. He recommended this book to me called Reality Transurfing. It's a book about manifestation. So I always thought manifestation was some bullshit garbage, manifestation, or it's what the girls do, right? You go girl, you'll get a 6-figure nigga. But after reading this book, I understood that your thoughts play such a big role. Like, the first example was perfect. If you don't think that something is possible, it can never become a reality. I spoke to another guy as well yesterday. I was doing a podcast with him, very successful guy. He said that I manifest daily, almost daily. I imagine myself in this car or these number of employees or this level of operation in my business, traveling the world, this and that. And but I asked him, okay, you are in your 40s and 50s. Has it really worked? Have you really, manifested something into real life? He said, yes, many times. Many times. So that gave me the final confirmation I needed to think that maybe this thought stuff really works. And then it clicked for me. Like, it's not so right now, it's not that you are not making progress if you are constantly thinking about it. Okay, like I am, even when I'm not working, even when I'm procrastinating, what I'm really thinking about is my ideal. It's just in my mind 24/7. And I finally believe that my grandiose thoughts, my exorbitant thoughts, they are going to become a reality. And finally I can just feel it. It's just around the corner. It's like a few weeks, months where it's going to be different. Like my manifestations will come into reality, and I'm sure of it. So this is what I'm talking about. Start thinking big. If you think small, oh, this much money, that much money, should I do this way or that? Like, think like the big dogs. And there's another benefit of this. When you think big, okay, when you set a bigger goal, for example, let's say the guy was telling me, I want to make 15k rupees per month. That's shit, okay? Compare that with if he said, I want to make 50 lakh rupees per month. What do you think his level of operation is now? So if it's a 15k goal, it's firstly not motivating at all. It's like, what the fuck, like 15,000, why am I working so hard for 15,000? But when you have in your mind that 50 lakhs a month, that's my goal, that inspires you. That inspires you to work harder in the present moment as well. Your level of operation automatically goes up. And especially the schooling system, they have completely cucked you into thinking small. Because what happens when you give an answer that is not in the norm? I remember one guy in my school, the question was, which is the biggest airport in the world, like in terms of, volume, handling airplanes per day. And in the textbook, it was written Delhi Airport or something. But the latest statistics were that the busiest airport in the world is Mumbai International. And this guy said it. He said, teacher, it's Mumbai International, not Delhi. Teacher, you know what the teacher said? She said, yeah, but in the textbook it's written like this. So in the exam you write Delhi International only. And in the exam he still wrote Mumbai, and he got like wrong marks for it. He didn't get the marks for it. So it's absolutely silly and stupid where like in school you're not allowed to think outside of the box at all. And if you think about business, it's basically that you're required to think outside of the box. You're whether it's a dirty strategy to take down your competitors, or it's a ethical, like you're thinking some brand new ways of doing this, doing that. You're thinking of efficient ways of running your business, whether it's you've done a remarkable job in your automation or your hiring process or wherever. In every aspect of your business you got to innovate. And if you don't get that as a habit in your early years, don't expect to get anything great out of yourself. I have so many times thought, like, I'm so lucky I fucking failed in school, man, because I do not think like the normal guy. I always think out of the box. So many times I have done remarkable things where like a normal guy couldn't figure it out. Like I guarantee you they could not have figured it out. I have in certain industries completely innovated. I can't tell you that, but it did make me a lot of money. It's just about spotting patterns and finding loopholes and this and that. School has fucked you, like, let me tell you that much. For example, there's a boxing coach, for example. 99% of boxing coaches, there's just like punch like this, kick like this, jab like this, hook like this. It's like there's just a one way to do things. I was watching Conor McGregor's documentary. His coach was like, fuck that bullshit. Like, we do it our way. We evolve according to how, like, if they're doing it this way, we'll do it that way to counter their bullshit. Like, that is the kind of coach you need. That is the kind of business mindset you need as well, where you are constantly thinking outside of the box, and you're not doing what's there in the norm. That is small thinking. When you're like, array, what if this happens and that happens? We're not allowed to do this, guys. What if we get caught? Fuck that bullshit, man. But I've seen this as well. Like, people don't even think in an innovative way. It's like, it's a very textbook. Whenever I talk to most people, it's just the same ideas that everybody has. No one even dares to, or it's like it doesn't even register in their brain. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I guess like if you've gone through the schooling system like a slave, you're pretty much fucked. I don't know a way to reverse it, but I think you can try, but good luck. But I do have a few steps for you to think outside of the box. Firstly, you gotta experiment. You have to do things even when you know that this may or may not work out. You come up with a new offer, you start a new product. You don't know if it's gonna sell, but you do it anyways. Okay, that's experimentation. Second is, if it sounds stupid, still consider it. There's many stupid ideas, but that you might have. Like, I give the Elon Musk example. Like, thinking about, I want to set up a colony in Mars. That's just fucking stupid. Like, let's be honest, that's fucking stupid. There's bigger problems. He could be making more money from something else right now. What he's doing is stupid. Like, even he'd agree. It's like, why? I don't need to do this shit. But you gotta consider things, even if they're stupid, and do it anyways. For example, if you're getting into the fashion industry, you want to innovate, and you think of an idea. I just thought of this idea. Why don't we start this trend where, how people wear the same socks in both their feet, white or gray or black. Let's start this new trend, which is like now cool to wear different colored socks in different legs, and it complements each other. Should we like that? That's a very fucking stupid idea, but consider it. Talk about it. Brainstorm it. List the pros and cons in your head. Okay, is it a good idea? Like, what if people will people find it to be a good idea, or they'll be afraid that people will laugh at them, or how will it match the shoes? Think like this. School, for example, has conditioned you to think that there is only one answer to every problem. Only, one question, one answer. One question, one answer. In reality, that's not the case. You need to come up with various solutions for one single problem. So get into the habit of that. And fourthly and finally, cheating is allowed. School has conditioned you that cheating isn't allowed. Cheating is absolutely allowed in the real world. Cheating is what has made billionaires. And I'm not even joking. Like, if you cheat from, like, if you exactly copy from the right person, you'll guaranteed like find success in that arena. And there's a quote which says, innovation is just undetected plagiarism, which plagiarism means basically copying, and innovation is, well, you know what innovation is. So as long as you don't get caught, people are gonna say you're innovating. But so just don't get caught. It works. And even if you do get caught, like, what's the big deal? Like, copying is allowed. You are allowed to use Google in the real world for whatever you want to know. ChatGPT, Google. You're allowed to ask your friend. You're allowed to phone a friend. You're allowed to do whatever you want. Start cheating. Start copying. Don't be afraid. This idea already exists. Okay, so what if it exists? It's much harder to come up with a brand new business idea than it is to just see what's working, tweak a few things, make it better, and do it that way. So with that, if you want to see my new Millionaire podcast, go check out my school community, where you can ask your questions to millionaires all around India. Ask your questions and they answer it. Okay, that's a benefit as a result of being part of my private community. We have a map feature where you can connect with like-minded individuals near you. We have a networking course where it's so good that you could get in touch with anybody you want. And I'm not exaggerating. Anybody in the world, if you wanted to get in touch with them, you could like really get in touch with them. That's the networking course. Whether it's for a podcast, for mentorship, for client acquisition, if you run a company, whatever it is, I'd strongly suggest you to join it. It's just 99 USD. So go join it right now. Don't fucking waste your time in all this bullshit. If you like this video, I promise you're gonna like what's there inside. So just join it. It's 99 USD. Follow me on Instagram as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.
And I've recently completed one of Shrey Pakai's courses, that is How Do You Network with a Millionaire.
That course, bro, that was lit.
Before getting this course, I was struggling with networking in general because I'm running a podcast.
You're a dumbass motherfucker.
That course is your go-to course for networking with rich people in your city.
It's jam-packed with information, and he has examples of him actually going and implementing the method.
Jackass fucker.
Actionable, practical steps.
This is the first page, this is the second, this is the third, this is the fourth, this is the fifth, then sixth, then seventh, then eighth, and then 8.5.
I just met a millionaire today.
For me, it was really worth the price.
I was firstly pissed off from Shrey. Why the fuck do he needs to keep this course as a paid course? And when I completed the course, I got the answer.
So buy the course.